Here I am. Here I am in Bradrona, which is just along the road from the iconic Cardrona pub. When most Kiwis talk about God's own, as in God's own country, they're usually referring to the whole of New Zealand. But for me, the real God's own is the South Island. And it just so happened I was down that way not so long ago, so I decided to take some shots. There's also some more shots of the Bra line. On the way down to Wanaka, I just had to stop into the Aoraki Mount Cook village and have a look at Aoraki Mount Cook. I also took the opportunity to have a look at the Alpine Memorial, which is dedicated to people who have been killed climbing in this region. On the way down to Wanaka, I also stopped in at the Taras Golf Club, where I am to be a country member. So I just had to take a few shots, which also includes the local sheep. Welcome to Taras Golf Club, your typical country club. And of course, because there's not many people around here other than sheep, they've got to build fences to protect the greens. So have a look at this. Meh. Two things about Taras. The golf club you can play for only $20, and it's also famous for Shrek, the sheep that went hiding itself for over 6 years, so they couldn't take it away for shearing. Now I'm told that is a full-scale replica of the famous Shrek. I spent 2 nights in Wanaka, but it was kind of busy because of a cycling event. However, one night as I was walking past the lake back to my accommodation, I took this shot. Before leaving the Wanaka area, I went up the road to Glendew Bay, where we have yet another example of the style of golf courses, international style of golf courses, they're building in New Zealand. This one is for the golfers who may know of Jack's Point in nearby Queenstown. Jack's Point regularly gets into the top 50 of the world golf courses. And here I am at Glendew Bay to be precise, where they're building something which will match, if not better, Jack's Point. It's actually being designed, I'm told, by the same people who designed and built Jack's Point. here I am at Treble Cone, which in the winter is where you come to ski. In the summertime, what you do is go paragliding. So I'll take some shots of the paragliders. Now on to the world famous in New Zealand Cardrona pub and accommodation, but not before popping in to see Lake Hawea. This is for my good mate Tim, who says next year he's got a place for us here at Lake Hawea. So next year with Tim I'll be coming once again to Lake Hawea. I'm almost at the Cardrona pub, but first a wee stop to have a look at the bra line. Now what I'll do is I'll take a shot of the length of this and then I will find out how long it is. 20. There you have it, right behind me, the epic, iconic Cardrona pub and accommodation on the road from Wanaka to Queenstown. How about that? An ancient pub. Doesn't sell petrol, but they can top up your Tesla.
It tends to get that busy, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't as busy as that, mind you, that was 10 years ago I was here, so
Yeah, it's definitely picked up since then.
it's changed a wee bit, but it's still looking good. Heading west from the Cardrona pub, I came across a road, or a part of the road, reminiscent of Scotland's Rest and Be Thankful. A scary road, very twisted, very steep, but it is nothing compared to this wee bit of road, which, thankfully, I wouldn't have to drive in the winter time. It's real scary. You have been warned. By the way, it's not so bad going the other way to Wanaka. Here am I, atop the highest road in New Zealand. Continuing on my journey, I came to Gibson Valley Wines, which Alan Brady in the 1980s decided I can grow wine here. So he went ahead when everyone said he was bloody mad. And now today we have Gibson Valley wines, which are appreciated for their quality all over the world. I can't say if this is the location of the first plantation of the grape variety, but it gives you an idea of the scope of this place as it is now. And just down the road from Gibson Valley Wines, there's another Kiwi success story, bungee jumping. So let's have a look at the site. This is where it all started. A.J. Hackett's famous bungee jump at Oamaru Bridge. Hi, this is another one for the golfers. I'm at Arrowtown Golf Club, which you should know Tom Doak, the famous golf course architect who designed Tara-Iti and Cape Kidnappers and many others, reckons you should come and play Arrowtown. I'm now in Arrowtown, which must be one of the cutest wee towns, villages in New Zealand. I'm not sure why there's a New Orleans hotel in a wee place like Arrowtown. I'm sure there's a story there. Keeping in mind that we're very close to the famous Otago goldfields, which have now gone. Another reminder of the goldfields connection. Another fine looking building, I'm not sure what it is, but I think it's part of the museum. After Arrowtown, I thought I'd pop in and see just what's happening in Queenstown. Unfortunately, Queenstown was closed. No, only joking. But it was so busy I couldn't even get into the place. So I can't show you any shots of Queenstown. Sorry about that. I should add that I did find some interesting accommodation near Queenstown. So you tell me this is a Chinese New Year's cake. Off from here, am I supposed to eat the lot?
Okay.
Okay. It so happened that these Chinese New Year's cakes weren't all for me. In fact, they were being taken to a Chinese New Year party celebration. But I did get one or two of them, and they were tasty. Now for my final leg, from Queenstown to Oamaru. Since I'm from Scotland, I just had to come to have a look at Bannockburn, especially since I was born not very far from Bannockburn. Bannockburn in Scotland is famous for its King Robert the Bruce statue and nearby Stirling Castle, but it's nowhere near any desert or desert or whatever. As you'll see, Bannockburn is quite a wee place. Now I do believe the pubs in Bannockburn are a wee bit bigger than this one, and if the pub's closed you can always come to the Black Rabbit for a cup of coffee. The first discovery of gold was made in this very area. Here I am at Ophir, which is on record as having the coldest temperature ever in New Zealand at minus 21 degrees C. It used to be called Blacks, but then someone decided to call it Ophir, after the land where the Queen of Sheba gave gold to King Solomon. Here I am in front of another famous New Zealand pub, the Ranfurly Hotel. And just up the road there's a bit of Art Deco. Everyone is familiar with the Art Deco architecture in Napier, but here we have a wee bit of Art Deco also. I was fortunate in that I chose to stay at the Vicarage. Not that I'm a religious man, but it looked very attractive, and as it transpired, I really enjoyed my stay there with its Victorian character and its beautiful garden. I'm now in Oamaru, and I've checked into this fine place called the Vintage at Oamaru. Looks like a cosy bed to me. Please note, the whisky does not come as part of the accommodation. That looks like a nice comfy seat. And I've just had a shower, so I'm feeling great. What you might call your typical English country garden. Now Jackie, mine host, knew a lot about Oamaru, and she reminded me that they had been in Oamaru to shoot a film for Netflix. Apparently it was based on a John Steinbeck novel. Quite how they came to choose Oamaru as a location, I'm lost for words. Now, believe it or not, you're in somewhere in America. Apparently the Netflix movie crew have moved into Oamaru. and they're trying to find a place that kind of replicates the scenario in Steinbeck's East of Eden, and they've decided to come to Oamaru to shoot some footage. That'll do me for Sunday night's dinner. And just along the road from the Criterion Hotel is Steampunk. Thanks for watching, and this one's for Tim, who said, Stan, you've got to have more of you in your videos. So here you have it, Tim, me, warts and all.